I think, you know what, we talked about Solar Warlock, or briefly, but we never really talked about what you thought of him.
Solar?
Yes, Solar.
You know, I like Solar. I like his videos. I know there was a time where he was kind of going through a rough patch on YouTube where he wasn't sure if he wanted to continue
Yes, I remember
doing
that.
videos. And I told him, I believe I did. I said I left a comment and I said, don't give it up. And even if you're thinking about deleting your channel, don't delete it because you might think, hey, I want to come back to this. And um, he started up again, and I think he's doing fine. I just watched one of his videos recently, and
Yeah, I added those videos to my watch later playlist, which,
yeah.
speaking of watch later playlist, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I sometimes I have your videos in backlog so bad that I have to, go through a lot of them before I get to yours, sadly. But
Yeah, that's fine. There's a lot of friends that we have on YouTube, so sometimes it's hard to keep up. I've been trying to, but
yeah, there's
you
a
know
lot of
how it gets.
Yes, definitely. There's not just you, but there's also let's see. I'm trying to think of other people. Like, okay, well, as for Solar, what I thought of him, sadly, I have a night. Well, I don't want to say. I kind of know what was wrong, but I also wanted to give him some space, and
Right, yeah.
and also, I mentioned to him that if he wants to, talk to me like we're what we're doing right now, not in an interview, but at least talk, face to face, man to man on the phone. He's more than welcome to, ask me about it. But of course, he does say that he did say that he was busy, but mostly with his woman.
All right, sure. Well, that can be a handful sometimes. Winky face.
Wink, wink. Yes.
Yes, but
I'm just well. I mean, I'm trying to. Well, actually, that's a little bit too personal. I'm not going to go there.
no,
But
that's
but as far as Solar, uh, probably up prior to his rough patch, I really did enjoy his commentary. I'm gonna have to watch his videos again to see how different he is. Prior to that rough patch, because prior to that rough patch,
right.
he was amazing.
Yeah, I remember finding his channel, and I'm like, man, Solar, this is good. And still, he does a good job. Don't get me wrong, but he's. I feel like he's genuinely a good guy.
Yeah, yeah. It's just again, he went through a rough patch. Hell, I went through a rough patch, but I might talk about that probably off camera or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
The only thing I can say about my rough patch was that I went through it. So, and I know you went through some rough patches of your own, but
Yes, I feel you. I know what it's like. And then sometimes when your personal life, when you have an issue or something, it can really take a toll on your YouTube channel because that's not your real life, your real personal issues, in a sense. So it's just you got to focus more on real life and before you can get back to your fun on YouTube.
exactly. And I might have to refocus my efforts again when I get back to school.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I might be able to get like a video here or a video there, maybe even some in batches if I'm lucky. But even so, I'm happy that I'm out of my rough patch, but I also know that rough patches are still yet to come.
Oh yeah.
But that much we'll end it off right there.
Okay.
And then let's see other people that are our friends. Teddy, do you know anyone?
On YouTube?
Yeah,
Um, oh my gosh. I okay. My best friends on YouTube. Well, obviously, TehJew22 is up there because this
yeah.
guy's the bomb. But some other close friends of mine. I haven't talked to her for a little while, but she's one of my best friends on YouTube. Definitely via Vanille. Gina is like the bomb. She is so sweet and she's so likable in her videos.
Yes, she definitely is, and I have to say that in fact she killed it. Like not over actually a long time, like at least over a year as of the time that we are recording this. But she killed it in that interview that she had, and I genuinely enjoyed it for what it was, just as much as I'm enjoying this one right now with you.
Oh, good, thanks.
But
Yeah.
as for Gina, she too has a very busy life, and even so, her videos are amazing for what they are. I mean, let's see. I'm trying to think of what she is. She's still doing her original Let's Play.
Skyward Sword. Yay.
Although she hasn't made a video in about over 2 weeks, or at least as of the time that this is being
Yeah,
recorded.
it's been a while.
Who knows? By the time this comes out, the Let's Play could already be done, or
Oh
something like
yeah.
that. But and plus, in all fairness, I do have like what 2 3 interviews ahead of you, so I got to get those out before I get to you. So that's just in fairness, though.
Oh yeah, I completely get that.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm happy that you're cool with it.
Oh yeah.
But as for Miss Vanille, she's an amazing personality, and
She needs more subscribers than she has, so definitely guys, check her out. She is worth your time for sure. Via Vanille. Funny story. I'll tell you how I actually met her on YouTube. Madam Wario. It comes back to where I talked about again. Madam Wario. She inspired me to Let's Play. Well, she did a how to Let's Play video. A bunch of videos on how to Let's Play, and I saw Via Vanille. Gina had commented on one of the videos, and it was like one of the top comments at the time, and it was near the top at least, and I clicked on her channel, and that's how I found Via Vanille, just like that.
I think I met her through you.
I think
Actually, no, wait. I remember now. I'm sorry. I met her through actually, she just came on my own channel on her own volition.
Yeah. See, I think maybe that's how I met you. It's just I've met so many people that sometimes it's hard to remember connections, but I remember Gina's for sure. How I found her.
Yeah, and yeah, she does an amazing job with her videos. That much I will say. And then, and I'm trying to think of other people besides her, but she's amazing. I will give her that.
Oh yeah. Some other people I would say. Like I mentioned earlier, the Nitro one. Check him out, Matt. He's awesome.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Everyone in my featured channels is pretty cool. JennaTara. She's another one. Very, very, very good. She's just so funny. She does things I think she doesn't mean to be funny, but she's funny anyway.
Oh wait. You know what? Out of all the stuff, like she too is very good. I'm not good. I'm gonna give her a lot for that. I'll give her that. But the one thing that's really stuck out in my mind in terms of JennaTara was, well, actually two things. Number one, this is what she said, and I quote: "Point your Wii at the screen."
Point your Wii at the screen. Okay.
She meant to say point your remote at the screen, not the Wii. But
That's a prime example of one of the moments that that's so Jen. She's just funny.
oh my god.
She's really good. Let's see. Let me think of some other people.
Oh wait, there was one other thing, and then we'll get to that. The only other thing that happened, and it was on my channel, and that was the time that she could fly.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yes. Oh man.
So, but yeah, JennaTara, very good very, very, really, really good Let's Player. So do check her out when you get a chance to. But all I can say is, JennaTara can fly.
Yes, she can. She can fly, and she'll literally point her Wii at the screen. So you got it, JennaTara. Bam.
Okay, other people.
Well, like I said, Madam Wario, she inspired me.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her.
She's cool. Other inspirations, other than friends. Well, let's see. I should focus more on friends. Let me think. Okay, so this guy, um, he's pretty cool. The Twi King. I don't know if you know the Twi King.
Well, I mean, I've talked with him like what 3 times on Skype. He seems to be cool, but I think the one thing that stuck out was probably his trip to was it PAX East, as well as
Oh yeah,
let's see. There's he also has those baseball games, those exhibition games that he does with Mario Super Sluggers.
yeah.
Like that, those are good. I like that.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does a lot of Mario Super Sluggers, and he does Mario Party stuff. So if you're into like the games like multiplayer type, where it's like with your friends, he's definitely a guy to check out for Mario Party and just Mario Super Sluggers. He does a lot of that, so he's pretty cool. There's a lot of friends I have, and I don't want to leave anyone out, but you know how it is.
Let's see. Maybe I can help you a little bit if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's cool.
What about the man who calls himself the Lombax, BlazeLombax?
BlazeLombax, yes. Oh, I met him a long time ago, and he was probably towards the beginning of my YouTube career, and he's a pretty cool guy, honestly. His videos are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up on all the, well, maybe not his current videos that he's doing now, but mainly like Super Smash Brothers. I'm watching that on my
Mhm.
Watch Later playlist. So I'm trying to catch up on those type of videos, and anything else that he comes out that I truly enjoy, I'll watch that. Like, but
Oh yeah,
but for the most part, Blaze Lombax is amazing. In fact, the
he does
first,
a great job.
let's see. Okay, so you talked about how you met him, but I don't think I told you how I met him.
Now, how'd you meet him?
I met him through, now, unless you watched my interview with Pika Pika Pawa, it
Oh, I
was,
saw parts of that. Yeah.
yeah, it was with the group channel, the former Foreign Exchangers group,
Okay.
and the thing is, it started with 8 people, including Solar Warlock as the leader.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first month and a half, I'll just make a long story short. The first month and a half was amazing, and then within the last half month of the channel's existence was when Blaze Lombax joined the fray, and he was getting ready to do a let's play on that channel that had to do with Mario Kart Wii, and my now knowing what he was gonna do, like now that I know how great he is now, I'm pretty sure he would have done a lot with that let's play had
Yeah.
the foreign exchanger stayed,
Oh yeah.
but sadly he never got a chance, and it took him a while to recover from that, in more ways than one, but he
Yeah.
recovered and then some.
Oh yeah, he's definitely grown. He's probably one of the friends of mine that's grown the most. Lombax, he's done well.
Yeah, 1,300 subscribers, at least more or less.
That's a lot. Yeah, it might not seem like a lot, but that's for building up. That's really good.
No, no, no. I'm still trying to get to 400, and he's already at 300, or not 300, excuse me, 1,300
I know.
subscribers. So that tells you that he is the best at what he does. Well, not to say that you're not, but he's the best at what he does.
He's definitely really good at what he does, and looking up at him, I feel what you mean, because we have you have like what do you say you have for subscribers 300 and
I can check, but I think the last time I checked was I have 385 subscribers.
okay, yeah, I have like 266 or something. I'm working towards 300. That's my goal before March. I'm trying to do that, but when you look at like 1,000, that's like a whole different world you think of, and um Lombax is in that world, so that's pretty awesome, I'd
Wait,
have to say.
wait a minute. Did you say? Oh, did you say a new world?
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers. It's like, holy cow, that's like
A
enough
whole new world.
world. Yeah, for sure.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
You had to do it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I can see why. Yes, good.
Let's see.
Okay. Is there anyone else? I'm trying to think.
What about the guy that looks like an owl? ConnorsBorn.
ConnorsBorn. Yes, I was just gonna talk about him actually. I don't know how I met him, but I think I watched some of his videos, he watched some of mine, and then we just kind of connected. And ConnorsBorn, at first, I wasn't sure how to take the guy because he's kind of, I don't know, I describe him as more kind of serious in a sense.
Yeah,
Um,
he can be very serious. Like he's more serious. Well, actually, it's like he sounds serious, but in a way he is not. I mean, it's kind of
yeah,
hard to
yeah,
explain. It's like unless you're actually talking with ConnorsBorn, it wasn't that long ago that I was talking with him. But that being said, he has a dry humor about him.
oh, yeah, he does. And when he commented on some of my videos, I wasn't quite sure, like, is this guy being, like,
Sarcastic.
sarcastic or what? Because, it's hard to tell when you're reading text. And then I realized what he's really like, and he's pretty cool. So definitely check him out.
Yes, he's very cool.
Yes. Yes, he is. That's
But
good.
but in all seriousness, he's a pleasure to work with. Whether it was with the former foreign exchangers or with a current group known as Insomania Game, or even just on our own channels, I enjoy his stuff pretty much. And
Yeah. He does some obscure games, and that's pretty cool. If you're looking for variety, he's definitely a good choice.
oh yeah, definitely. In fact, if you want something other than the average Mario game, go with him.
Yeah, check him out for sure.
Definitely. Let's see, other friends I can think of. What about the guy that is a hawk?
Rockhawk 64.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy is pretty cool. I haven't talked to him in some time, but he is yeah, the Rockhawk 64. He's actually one of the first people I met on YouTube, and I don't know. I commented on one of his videos, and he replied, and that's just kind of how we connected. And he does a good job too. He has. I understand. I know what it's like when you've got your personal life and you got stuff to do, and he's been busy before. But
Yes, definitely.
um, he definitely, I would say, does a good job too. There's a lot of people that are on YouTube that deserve more recognition than they get, and
Definitely.
you know he's probably one of them. He's worked hard. He did some Earthbound. He did I think a blind let's play of Earthbound, if I'm correct.
Well, I don't think it's blind as it is. Well, I think I'm not sure if it is blind, to be honest with you, but
I don't know.
he seems to know what he's doing. I guess it's either blind until he really needs help to get to the next part, or although maybe it is blind. What the hell do I know?
Yeah, here, let me check. Yeah, I think, yeah, his playlist does say blind with an exclamation point, so he's excited that it's blind, I guess. Okay, well, yeah, he does a good job. Yeah, he's another person I'd recommend. I could recommend all the people I'm subscribed to.
And as
But
well as all the people we're mentioning right now.
yes, for sure. So anyone we've mentioned, definitely check them out for sure. They're good people. They work hard on their channels.
This program has been pre-recorded.